2 years ago, this congregation made a decision to talk about its future. In those 2 years, we have moved from talking to planning the next expansion of our physical space. We have identified our short-term goals. In the short term, we have improved the sound of our worship space and are expanding our preschool and paying down our mortgage. The biggest goal of our expansion project was to expand our educational and worship space. Our first plan was to build an education, multi-use, and office space addition. The total investment for that project would have been about $3.5 million. Our capital campaign, while very successful at meeting our immediate goals, did not raise enough funds for the expansion project to be feasible. Following the capital campaign, the expansion team presented several alternative options to the congregation. First, a perpetual capital campaign until our building goal was met. Second, a smaller building project based on the project originally presented to the congregation. Or third, sell part of our property to raise funds for a building project. After 2 listening sessions, it was clear. Selling land is not what our congregation wanted to do. The expansion team was asked to consider a smaller building project. That project, while still meeting our goal to add multi-use and education space, would cost approximately $1.5 million, which would require approximately $1 million mortgage, drain our building fund, and still leave us $250,000 short. Another option would be to build a small bank of classrooms. This, however, does not fit well into our existing structure. Overall, the expansion team is concerned that if we settle for a smaller project now, we may regret it later. The expansion team would now like the congregation to consider another idea. What if we built a separate, less costly structure on part of our property? What if we included office space to replace the office space lost in our preschool expansion? What if we could include conference rooms and flexible meeting rooms? And what if we could work with a community nonprofit to fulfill our mission of knowing God, growing together, and reaching out with the love of Christ? A separate building would help us move towards our goal of adding classrooms and meeting spaces. We have 1 new classroom in our main building with our preschool expansion. With creative scheduling, we will be able to meet our Christian education needs from preschool to 3rd grade. Even this little bit will alleviate some of the needs of our grade school, middle school, and high school. A building that is separate from our main building could include conference rooms and small flexible meeting spaces that could be used as classrooms for our middle and high school. A separate building would also provide us more effective office space. More effective office space is needed for several reasons. First, our staff will soon be without offices while we expand our preschool. And while our staff will be able to work efficiently off-site, it is important to bring them back to our campus as part of our service to our congregation and outreach to our community. It is also, as our congregation grows, we must plan for more pastoral and lay staff. More effective office space will help us do that. Finally, and maybe most excitingly, a separate building could allow us to partner with a local community nonprofit that shares our mission of improving the community that we live in. Our community has so many needs. Sharing our physical space with our partnering nonprofit would help fill a small part of those community needs, allow us to honor the 3rd part of our mission of reaching out with the love of Christ, and is also wise financial stewardship. Therefore, the expansion team asks for you to prayerfully consider a separate building. This fall, the expansion team will meet with you again and discuss and present a separate building for the congregation to consider. Thank you.